Welcome back to the VU PE Complex. Dan Ravelette with you, and the Lady Trailblazer postgame comments with Coach Nyla Johnson are underwritten by Good Samaritan Hospital, providing athletic training services for Vincennes University. Coach, congratulations on a fantastic win. It was not easy. Came down to the last second shot.
Yeah, I mean, no games in March are easy. It's March Madness for a reason. You know, I always credit Lincoln Trail with being very prepared. I thought that, luckily today we made one more play than them. And it's important for our kids to know, that we can do it. It's holistically, Jennifer didn't have her best game, but I think our kids need to know that it's possible for somebody else to win a game for us. And I think that's the beauty of a team where we do have 4 people averaging double figures. So you just never know who is going to be night by night. And I'm specifically proud of, Nat and Zion, because when plays had to be made offensively, they made them. But, Anaya was so big today. She defends. She brings a level of toughness. She brings a great spirit. And we threw her in a starting lineup for the first time in a postseason game. And she responded accordingly. She did her job. She held down the fort for as good as she could. So I am proud of our kids holistically for getting this win. I think we battled a lot of adversity. If anybody watched the game, you know what I'm talking about. But we were able to come away with a win, and that was the biggest thing. We talked about responding to adversity better, and I thought we did.
Well, the 19 points in the first half by Zion Hayes really got things off to a good start. And then, like I said, down the stretch, I was very proud of Nat Dixon. I'm proud of all the young ladies in a very, very impressive 65-62 win. So now we're looking forward to Tuesday night down in Mattoon, Illinois. And what do you think about that game coming up? Of course, we won't know yet Wabash Valley or Red Lake.
Yeah, I just think we just have to be prepared. We have to prepare the same way. So there's something in our offense that is breaking down, so that's going to be up to us as coaches. But I also think it's just up to our players to understand that, it is a compliment to us that people don't feel like they can play us man. So they have to play a zone. And we have to take that kind of confidence of it doesn't matter what we play. We have to respond and be able to score the ball.
Right. Okay, so let's one step on your tourney journey. Headed down toward, like I said, Mattoon, Illinois on Tuesday night. And it looks like it's been a great season for you. You come out with the final of 11-3 in Region 24 play. So what's the first year of Region 24 play been like for you?
I think it's been better than, I think that we prepared as well as we could with getting our kids in late, and we knew a style that we wanted to play. And truthfully, it hasn't been the style that I've been comfortable with most coaching. But I am proud of our kids from game to game being able to respond. One thing that changed so much this year is we went from being the hunter to the hunted. So the first time through, nobody knew us. We rolled. We were steamrolling. And then it changes when now you're at the top of the bracket, and now there's adversity, and now there's, a lot of extra pressure that goes along with that for a group of kids that literally have never felt this level of pressure. And so I am beyond proud of how we've handled it. If you would have told me when I took this job in late May that this is where we would be, I would have told you were crazy. But I am so proud of our team because the different ways that we've had to morph in the different lineups, in the different changes, in the different adversity, and it hasn't been the same. It's different adversity every day, every game, and they handle it with grace. They love being coached. They love being coached hard, and once again, they love each other. And this is the team that I could have dreamed of,
That means so much, doesn't it?
It does.
It means so much. Once again, Coach, any final comments about tonight's contest or the game coming up on Tuesday night?
I'm just overly proud of our team, and it's just a credit to Lincoln Trail with how they prepared, how they stretched us, how hard those kids play, and the confidence. They have gotten a lot better from the beginning of the year, and so have we, but they have gotten way better, and they've learned a system that works for them. But I think that with everything, there's adversity every game for our kids, and they have handled it to this point very well. We don't get out of character, we don't get technicals and cuss people, we don't do all that. We just figure out a way to handle it and deal with it, and sometimes I think those things are skewed, because we are a bigger team. I think people look at us, or the refs look at us and think like they could handle more than a smaller team. And that's not true, you know.
Right.
It's still the same. If foul is a foul, no matter if the girl gets fouled at 6'3" or the girl gets fouled at 5'11". But I think that Jennifer and our bigs do a good job of not letting that deter them from being aggressive. And like I said, Jennifer didn't have a great game today, but there's no question that she's going to respond. She's a competitor that loves to compete, and so I'm not worried about it. I knew Nat was going to be good. She's a competitor that loves to compete.
Yep.
Zion's a competitor that loves to compete, and when you have those three really leading the charge, and Talia was magnificent today.
Oh, yeah.
When you have those three leading a charge or four, it just makes you really confident. But they weren't always that way. You know, they weren't always leaders, and I'm proud of them for stepping into a role that some of them are not comfortable in, but they have stepped up in ways that you wouldn't even imagine.
Well, you should be proud. I know you are. You're very, your pride is very well deserved. We're glad you are here for this year of basketball prowess, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
So, again, congratulations, Coach, on a very impressive 65-62 win here tonight. And we'll see you in Mattoon on Tuesday.
Thank you. Go Trailblazers.
All right.